So you just made some fresh pasta and you want to do something, you want to play with it, you want to see what you can do. Well, here's one thing you can do. Take this and let's make basil fettuccine. All going to be done by hand after we roll this out on the machine. So what do? Take the dough, go ahead, just sprinkle. This is sweet basil, and get it. Now you have to work a little at it. You're going to get that basil in the dough. So take a little work. Just keep on going that way, and you have to see when you're done that it looks like there's enough in there, so you're going to taste it. See, if it looks like this, it's a little light. If it looks like that throughout, it's going to have a nice flavor. So as you're working this dough now, like so, this was cold, so it's a little hard to do. I should have left it out a little while. Just keep on kneading it. So work like that. Leave the dough out for a little while so it's not cold, and then add basil. I'll show you when it's done how it's going to look. And there is that single piece hanging, and it'll dry, and then in about a half hour after I do all of it, I could just lay it on a plate and it won't stick together, and wait till later till I cook it. That's it. So just keep on cutting and keep on hanging. Enjoy. Now I'm going to lay a little, put a little of the storm flour on the board. When I roll out the pasta, I'll put it here, and then I'm going to cut it with a knife and then hang it. Like they did, like everybody does. The only thing is that the hanger that I used to have, since I stopped making pasta, I threw out. But it's good to buy that. So we'll just put some dough. Into the machine on pasta, nice and slow. Whoops, and number one. Now it's okay if that happens, because all you have to do is just fold it, put it like so, and if you notice that there's a good amount of basil in there, and just run it again on number one. And now I'm going to do it again, but this way. I want to get a nice squared off piece, so when it comes out it's more even. I'll go to number two. Now all you have to do is just add a little garlic, fresh garlic, to the olive oil after you saute, and then you just add that to this. It has a nice appearance. We're going to stop at number 5. I could go to number 6 and have it real thin, but then I'm afraid if I cut it with the knife, I won't be able to handle it. So now what we do is take it here. Are these pieces long enough this way, or do you want them this way? Me, I want them easier to eat, so I don't want them too long. And then when they're long, they look good. So we'll cut this in half like so. And then we'll make the strips like this way. So now you take this piece and you will hang it. So why would you want to do this in the first place when you can just add the basil to the pasta after it's cooked? Well, to be different and say, look, the basil's in the pasta, and they'll say, wow, how do you get that? Where'd you get that? Anyway, when you're making the pasta or ravioli dough on my recipe, you would just add this to it then. You could add some garlic powder to it. You could add onion powder to it. There's so many things. And in place of the water, well, I don't want to give that away yet because I'll probably make a recipe of it. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on working this for a little while. Well, the rest I left on the board, what I had hanging, I put back over here within 10 minutes. Those 2 little balls of pasta, look how much it made. And I'll just leave it like this now until I put the pot of water up in about 3-4 hours. All set to have a little linguine. Hope you enjoy.